Hello students, welcome back to Math Beyond Marks channel. This is your Pragasam sir, where you can learn concepts first and marks will follow automatically. In the previous video, we learned how humans started counting and how natural numbers were born. Now it's time to solve exercise set 3.1 based on the previous concept video, that is based on the video number 36. Now let's solve the questions one by one, which is given in your textbook. Question number 1 in exercise set 3.1. A merchant in the port city Lothal is exchanging bags of spices for copper ingots. Copper ingots means you have to imagine the olden days, it is just coins. He receives 15 ingots for every 2 bags of spices. If he brings 12 bags of spices to the market, how many copper ingots will he leave with? So, he receives 15 ingots for every 2 bags. Okay, that means for 2 bags, 15 ingots. 2 bags will receive 15 ingots. Okay, then now if he brings 12 bags, so he is having now 12 bags. 12 bags means he won't get 12 into 15. So for 2 bags only, this can be divided by 2, each 2 bags, groups 2, then you will get only 6 groups. Okay, 6 groups, that is 6 into 15, that is 90 ingots you will be getting. So for 2 bags, 15 ingots means for 12 bags you will be getting 90 ingots. This is very simple question like second and third standard. There is question number 2 from exercise set 3.1. Look at the sequence of numbers on one column of the Ishango bone. What we have seen the Ishango bone in the video number 36, that is previous video. Bone, it contains 11, 13, 17, 19. What do these numbers have in common? Yes, there itself I explained. These numbers are nothing but prime numbers. Okay, so prime numbers, no doubt in this one, they have the knowledge of prime numbers, so it denotes prime numbers. What do these numbers have in common means the common is prime, they are all prime numbers. List the next 3 prime numbers fits this pattern. Okay, now you can go one by one also because we know about prime numbers. What is meant by prime number? It has only 2 factors, that number and 1. Okay, so it should not be divisible by any number other than 1 and the number itself. Now let me take 20. No, it is not prime number. It is divisible by 2, 4, 5 like that. Now 21, yes, it is divisible by 3, 7 like that. 22, it is divisible by 2. 23, no, it is not divisible by any of the numbers. So the number, first number is 23. Are you able to understand? I am searching for the numbers which are all not divisible by any other number other than 1. You see 2 table, 3 table, 4 table, 5 table, this number won't be divisible. Next, 24, 25, 26, 27, 24 divisible by 2, 25 divisible by 5, 26 divisible by 2, 27 divisible by 3 table, 28 divisible by 2 table, 29 not divisible by any other number, it is next number. Then 30 divisible by 2, 31 is not divisible by any number, so this is the next 3 prime numbers. Are you able to understand? This you have seen in even in 7th standard, I feel so. So writing that all rounding the numbers which are all divisible by 2 you will strike out. Numbers divisible by 3 you will strike out, and number divisible by 4, 5 like that you will strike out, and finally you will get the prime numbers. So these are the prime numbers after 11, 13, 17 and 19. These are the 3 prime numbers.
First, we know 1 is not a prime number and move from the list. 2 is divisible by itself and 1 only, hence it is a prime number. But all other multiples of 2 are not prime numbers because they are multiples of 2 and also even numbers. The next number 3 is not divisible by 2, hence it must be a prime number. Also has factor 3 and 1 itself. Now the multiples of 3 are not prime numbers, so we'll leave them from the list. Next, 4 already cancelled. 5 is the next prime number which is divisible by 1 and itself. Now all other multiples of 5 will drop from the list because they are not the prime numbers. Now 7 is a prime number. It is not divisible by any other number except 1 and 7 itself. So now the multiples of 7 in the list are removed now, and hence they are not prime numbers. Numbers which are larger than 10 will also be divisible by 2, 3, 5 and 7. So all the numbers which are not removed from the list must be prime numbers. Hence, we found the list of all the prime numbers between 1 and 100.
Question number 3. We know that natural numbers are closed under addition. The sum of any two numbers, that is two natural numbers, is always a natural number. Yes, closed. Closure property. Closure property means sum of the two natural numbers is a natural number. For prime number, whole number, that will be same thing. Like that, you are going on for each and every number. This is for natural number. Are they closed under subtraction? We know 2 plus 3 equal to 5. We know 2 plus 3 equal to 5. What does it mean? 2 is a natural number. 3 is a natural number. When we add it, we'll get a natural number. This is called closure property. When you add any two numbers, that numbers also, when you add any two natural numbers, that answer is also a natural number. Now, what is the question? Are they closed under subtraction also? Now you take, suppose two numbers, another two numbers, 8 and 5 you take. 8 minus 5, yes, it is 3. It is true. But there is another chance, 5 minus 8. 5 minus 8 is minus 3. This is not a natural number. 5 is a natural number. 8 is a natural number. When you subtract, this is sign. When you subtract it, the answer is coming minus 3. That number is not a natural number. It is an integer. That means natural numbers are not closed under subtraction. What does it mean not closed under subtraction? That doesn't obey the closure property. Closure property is not true for the natural numbers under subtraction. Shall we go to next question? Now we will move on to question number 4. A star mark is given. That means it is arts question. That is higher order thinking skills. How you are able to understand and answer like that, you have to think. Ancient Indians used the joints of their fingers to count. A practice still seen today. Yes, we'll use counting the fingers. Using the fingers we'll count. Each finger has 3 joints. See here in this picture, this first joint, second joint and third joint. Each finger 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, again 1, 2, 3. Here only one joint is there. Okay. He is used to count them. How many can you count in one hand? Okay, this is very important. In one hand you are going to count. Count in one hand. How does this relate to ancient base 12 counting system? Simple question. Okay, what is it base 12? Yes, now you see how you will count using the fingers. Now you take this one joint, second one, third one. Now next finger 1, 2, 3. Now for the third finger 1, 2, 3. For the fourth finger 1, 2, 3. That's all. This is base 12 system. Using this thumb finger, we can count 1, 2, 3 in the last finger, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 joints are there. We are going to count 12. That is called base 12 counting system. Now what we are using is base 10 counting system. Okay, now what we learned today, solving proportion using multiplication, identifying prime numbers, closure property of natural numbers, then why natural numbers are not closed under subtraction in that question itself. Then last concept is ancient base 12 system. That means we have successfully completed exercise set 3.1 since it has only 4 questions. In the next video, we begin one of the most fascinating topics in mathematics, the revolution of Shunya, when nothing became something. Don't miss it. Watch this video till the end and that one also. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe to Math Beyond Marks channel. Remember, understand first, marks will follow. We will meet in the next video. This is your Pragasam sir from Math Beyond Marks channel.